or ADO,
okay, BC,
or warranty of oral, or E or is
okay,
vary or allow or warranty A oral or E.
Wait a second there. Something seems off about this picture. Yeah, that. Why am I wearing a bow on my head? Well, it's actually quite simple. I got some ribbon and I tied it into a bow on my head. Yeah, no other reason. I just felt like doing it. That is all.
Hello. Hello. Happy Wednesday. So, I have stuff to do, of course, and I'm gonna have to do it a bit quicker because I'm going to Hoosier Hills Food Bank to help out at 5, so I need to get this stuff done quickly. One sec. This is starting to itch. Oh. Okay, so, let's see. Tomorrow I have a German quiz, and also a pre-calc quiz. So, I am going to do a bit of studying, mostly for pre-calc, I think, but also for German. So, yeah. I will be done with that when we resume this. Okay, so I'm not quite finished, but I do have to go, so yeah. Okay, back. It's 7-ish. So, as you might have seen interspersed between this video, I filmed something. So let's talk about that. Okay, so we did not realize, Owen and I did not realize that we were going to be doing the newscast this week. In fact, we were told today. And we had already filmed like a shit ton of stuff for our project. So, we decided that the only logical option was to get the newscast done today. So we can, do what we actually want to do. Which is pretty much how everyone treats the newscast, let's face it. I don't know why I said let's face it, I'm the only one who knows that in this. So, yeah, that's what we started to do. And then came, oh, you have to do this. Oh, you can't offend anyone because our last video was a bit on the, let's just say, risque side. Very. I'll say that was mostly my fault. But, yeah. So, we tried to do the newscast, but nothing was scheduled. We had to, do the newscast, give events of school, but school didn't tell us what the events were, which is always useful.
So I'm looking on the events on the Bloomington North Athletics page.
Yeah.
There's nothing. In sports this week, nothing is happening.
So at that point, Crespo came in with a final minute. Oh, by the way, you also have to do this thing about Mackinac, which it's a play, but the play would be over by the time this thing got on air. So, instead, Owen turns to me and says, hey, you know the David Mitchell everything in the world is going horribly wrong thing? Which, if you don't know, it's pretty much a guy called David Mitchell pretty much tries to say shit's fucked in the most broad way possible so no one gets, offended. So we decided to do something similar. So we start out somewhat normally, and then, hello! Welcome to possibly BHSN, but if you don't think it's BHSN, that's perfectly alright.
Hi there, welcome to this newscast.
It may or may not contain any news, depending if you're okay with that. And then we get into, but we realize we're two white guys, so we're sorry if we offend anyone by that.
Brace yourself.
Or
might
don't.
be speaking. Brace yourself, 2 males are speaking.
Yes,
Brace
we are
yourself.
also white.
Brace yourself, Baldy is speaking.
Yes, I do not have hair, and I realize that may be offensive to some of you.
Some people find the shaved head look sort of menacing, you know? You seem aggressive now. And
Yes.
I'm sorry that we have Michael looking so aggressive.
And to those of you who are bald, I am sorry that some people consider you aggressive.
And then we went with my jacket. Some people are offended by my jacket.
Now, we also have realized that I am wearing a jacket, and to many of you, you absolutely detest jackets and find this offensive. So I shall now take off my jacket.
Unfortunately, some people do also find bare arms offensive, so...
We will now pixelate these out. And for those of you who find pixelation offensive, we understand your plight, but sadly...
We have pixelated out all of the pixelation, so...
Yes.
And then we were gonna go even further, but it was like, that's kind of be too much editing work. Now, on to something else. You might notice that there's some stuff going on in editing, which I have not been doing before. That is because I am going to start editing this in Premiere starting tomorrow, because, well, I need to learn how to use Premiere, and I'm not willing to do a whole skit, only to possibly fuck it up with the editing. So, yeah. The video after this will be all fancy and such. I was gonna talk about Hoosier Hills Food Bank a bit, but that's just A, gonna come off as a bit snobbish, I think, and B, I don't have much to add about that. So, if you want to like, comment, subscribe, there are buttons down there for that, and they'll soon be up there. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
We are wider war or illegally, okay? Or illegally, we're a wider war or illegally, eh?
Is this gonna be the entire
Illegally war, a
newscast?
wider war or illegally aimed. We legally war a wider war or illegally aimed.